Greyhound trainer Barry O'Sullivan has recently announced he's going to be training at both Central Park and his old stomping ground, Crayford. So it seems like an apt moment to get some dogs to follow. A nice dog in your kennel is I So Fantastic, who ran in the Kent Derby. And he was very new to your kennel when he went in that competition. What do you think the future holds for him?
And he looks like he might turn into a little bit of a staying dog, you know. So I think maybe a longer distance for him in the future. That's what we'll be looking at, I think. And maybe more competitions. He's a competition dog as well. So that's what we're looking at.
Nice one for you to have in your kennel, and an interesting purchase because he's got a bit of age about him. I think he's 3 years old now, but some really good form in Ireland. He's won at Shelburne and Dundalk. Yeah,
he's got good form. I mean, my dad always said if you're going to get a good dog, get something that's got a bit of age, we've been running with good dogs, you know. So and the owner likes to buy an older dog that's been running with good dogs, and he's happy with him. Yeah, he's turned out okay at the moment.
You've got a really nicely named dog for us to follow called Fine Prosecco. I like the name. I remember that one, funnily enough. You think is going to be a decent dog?
Yeah, he's a raw pup that came from Ireland. The owner wasn't sure whether to run him at Crayford or Sittingbourne. He chose Sittingbourne because he's quite a big dog. And he's graded in nice. He's had no schooling in Ireland and hardly any schooling here, so he's gone in quite raw. Had one race, got a little bit lost, but we're expecting decent things from him. Nice dog.
And a nice bitch in your kennel as well, who sadly we can't see today, but the reason being she's on her way to Toaster for a look round there ahead of a competition, you hope?
Yeah, a little bitch called, quite a big bitch called Ishada. She's come over, she's won a couple of races for us. She looks like she's a strong galloping bitch, so we take a chance. We've gone up to Toaster today with Rosie for a trial for the Puppy Oaks to see how she gets on.
Do you like entering the competitions? They still give you a bit of a buzz?
Oh yeah, I do like. I mean, you get nothing. You know, you get a nice good dog. It gives you a buzz. Yeah.
Talking of good dogs, Ballymac Nemo. You've had a couple of issues with him, but where are we at?
Well, he's come back. He's won a couple of races. Come back for us. He broke a toe. He's a strong running dog. He looks like he may even stay a bit further actually.
So keep an eye out for him over a further trip.
Well, I think he will go further.
We've also seen Bobbing Navatar today. It would be remiss not to mention him. He gave you a great night on Derby final night.
Yeah, it was a big thrill actually. It was just nice to have a run on that night, let alone win the race. And I couldn't believe we won it. I said to someone, "Did we win that?" I said, "Yeah, you did. It was great. Yeah, good night. Yeah."
And he's still running at the top of his game.
Yeah, unfortunately he didn't make the champion hurdle final, which I was very disappointed with. But he's come back, he's won a little heats and final at Crayford over 540. We basically just keep him there, there's nowhere else to run anyway. But they've got the Grand National coming up there, so the more runs around there, the better for him, really.
He'll be remembered for that win, of course. Well, I think you'll be remembered for the post-race interview on Derby final night.
Yeah, the owner, I can't remember what his name was now. Mark Yemahun or something like that he is, yeah. But I actually didn't know his name, I forgot his name. Yeah, I did.
Did you get a bit of stick for that?
Yeah, and it's still getting a bit of stick for it now. Never live it down.
Puppies, everyone loves a puppy, and these are real babies. You've actually got 2 litters. Let's talk about the intended litter first.
Yeah, the intended litter, Ballymac Bulger, out of a bitch called Coanda Carp DM. She was a good bitch for me. The owners, they'd had dogs for years. They never won an open race. And she won at Sittingbourne one night for them. And the presentation came down and they said, "This is Lily Allen." And I said, "You know what, there's a pop star called Lily Allen." She said, "Yeah, it's me." I didn't know. So they had their picture taken with their first ever open with a pop star.
Amazing. And now you've bred this litter, how many are there?
There's 8. There's 4 dogs and 4 bitches. We're looking forward to loads of early pacer bitch. I wanted to breed her for last year. She didn't take, she went to another dog, but she didn't take. So we've gone Ballymac Bulger, and yeah, we got great hopes, as we always do.
There's another litter here. Now, tell us about this one.
Yeah, there is another litter. It kept Jackie busy because they both whelped down more or less within 2 days of each other. It was unintentional, shall we say. But anything can happen. She was a good bitch in herself, loads of early pace. And, you know, he wasn't a bad little dog. A well-bred dog.
What were their names?
He's called Crackaway Boise. his mother was called Tiddlywinks, who was a great bitch for me at Crayford, won every distance you can think of. They bred loads of pups off of her. And she's called Mandy's Lady, who won a couple of opens for me. Terrific early pace, around Sittingbourne, didn't quite stay, but she won at Crayford and Harlow. So this is what it is now, isn't it?
It'll be interesting to see how they turn out, given it was a mistake.
Well, yeah. Both at the same age as well. They both look really well. Lovely litters.